Welcome to Candy's Homestead. I'm Donna. Today I'm doing a kind of an outdoor project that has been on the agenda since the fall, but I'm just now getting around to it. This is my back porch, and it gets so cold out here during the winter that I have to wrap it in plastic for my comfort and for the dogs. And I do this every year. I'm kind of late getting it done right now. This porch is like a breezeway. I mean, it's a covered porch off of my back door. It's our main entrance. The way that it's set up, even if there's hardly a breeze at all outside in the yard, there is still a significant breeze most of the time on this porch. It acts like a breezeway. I actually do have a breezeway just outside of the porch, and that's even worse. But it's cold out here in the winter, and this is where my dogs kind of live during the day. We play this game with my cats and my dogs. They don't get along. So during the day, I have the cats out in the house. They're inside cats. The dogs are inside dogs as well most of the time, but they don't get along. So when I need to bring the dogs inside because it's just too cold for them, I have to put my cats up in my bedroom and close the door because my dogs just hate those cats, and I'm sure the cats don't like them either. But to keep them safe, we do this back and forth all the time. It's a pain in the rear end. I swap them multiple times a day to give each one room to run, to move about, stretch their legs, and be a part of my day-to-day business because the cats love to be around me. So I have to put the cats up in the bedroom. They're trying to lick the color out of the food bowl. Rose is gone. It's all gone. For example, we were in the teens last week, and my dogs just hate that. And since they grew up inside, I hate putting them out where it's just so cold. So I put the cats up, let the dogs in for a couple of hours. Then I have to put the dogs out and let the cats out for a couple of hours. And this is the game I play all day long. So since the dogs have to be out here for the better part of the day, and it's so cold most of the time, it's not cold today, I put the plastic up on the porch. It does not heat the porch by any means, but it does keep the wind off the porch. It also keeps a significant amount of wind away from my back door, which leaks air. So the plastic is going up a little later than normal. I'm almost done. I've got the porch done. I've still got to do the top of the screen doors. I've got the bottom done. I've got to do the top. I've got two screen doors here. This one, and then there's one here. And I have worked on this off and on for 2 days. I'm very close to getting it done, and then the dogs will be a little more comfortable when they have to come out. This is also the place we kind of live out here in the summer. I have my grill on the porch a lot of times. I cook out here. We usually have a table out here that I just recently took off, and we have chairs and a swing. And this is our summertime living out here. Where the plastic is, it's all screened, and I can see the animals, I can see what's going on in the yard, but when I'm working in the garden, this is where I come to rest most often. This is pretty good plastic. I have done this for about 10 years on this porch every year. I haven't had the dogs 10 years, but I have done it because I have to come and go on the porch a lot during the winter. I've got a small freezer on the porch that is breakfast items and ice cream. It's not my main freezer, but it's just a little small where I can reach out and grab something. So I'm in and out on this porch a lot, and it's quite cold to come out here if we're in the teens and I need a pack of sausage. So this kind of is good for me too. However, this plastic I use a lot in other situations. In years past, I have bought the plastic from Home Depot. Just, run out and go get the box. It comes in a 100-foot roll. That 100-foot roll lasts me a long time, and I use it on a lot of projects. It's kind of expensive, however, at Home Depot. This year, for the first time, I bought it off of Amazon. It's the same stuff, the same thickness, which this thickness is 6 mil. The box that I got is, I think it's 10 feet wide and 100 feet long. Let me see. Yeah, 10 by 100, 6 mil. But on Amazon, wow, the difference. I just recently got this box, and I got it for $46 and some change plus tax. What a huge difference. I have used this plastic on my greenhouse as well. There's an area at the top of the greenhouse, the front and the back, where the greenhouse goes up on a peak, and I use that plastic on that greenhouse. The front side I recently, because I ran out of plastic and the plastic that was on there had torn, so I put up a tarp. On the back side, I still have the plastic. This plastic does not last forever, of course. It will degrade from the heat in the summer and the frigid temperatures in the winter, and ultimately it will become brittle and crack and split. But what I have on the back side of my greenhouse, I'm pretty sure has been up there 3 years. So it does last, in the extreme temperatures from summer and winter. It's been on all season for those 3 years. So it is good plastic. I use this plastic to cover up my grill for the winter. I've covered up mowers. I mean, it's thick enough to protect. As long as it doesn't get punctured, it protects from rain. I have used this plastic around areas of my chicken coop as well. Sometimes you go out, you find a leak, or there's just all kinds of reasons that I need to cover something up with plastic. And the roll of plastic is my go-to. I do like to keep a handful of tarps on hand, and I can generally get those from a store we have local here called Harbor Freight. I think that they are basically everywhere. They have good prices on their tarps, and I like to keep a handful of different sizes of tarps at all times as much as possible. But sometimes a tarp is in use, or I've run out of tarps, because they too get torn and they don't last forever. So having this roll of plastic on hand is very beneficial. There's all kinds of uses. I've used the tarp or the plastic in different areas of my garden throughout the years, all over our homestead, for one reason or another. So I believe it's a good idea to keep a roll of plastic, especially if you can get it from Amazon as cheap as I recently did. I got it last week. It was delivered in 2 days. And I mean, it's very affordable to keep on hand. But if you need something on hand to do a quick cover-up job to protect from rain or wind, it's not going to insulate, it's not going to create warmth or anything like that, but it is pretty protective against the elements of the weather on something that needs to be covered up. I'm almost done with this porch. I normally decorate my porch for Christmas. I don't know if I will. I've got a wreath up, a couple of lights on the very end. I'm just not sure that I'm going to do that this year, but I am going to get it cleaned up. Honestly, I had my porch stacked up with stuff that I wanted to take out of the house, need to put in storage, and just didn't get to it, so I would put it out here. I normally keep it quite clean because we do live out here. So that's what I'm going to continue doing, is continue working on my porch to get it back to usable space. It's not bad right now, but I've got tools up here on the counter. I've just got a lot of junk. It's a bag of grass seed. This counter here, we've used for a lot of cooking. Let me rotate around. See, I've got a counter space all the way around to here. And I do a bit of outdoor cooking out here. I've got some tabletop grills that once in a while I will use. And I've got my big gas grill that I also normally keep on the porch and use out here. I've got it out on the deck right now. I'll probably move that back out here. I'm just trying to get my porch ready for winter as late as it is, because here it is, December. Girls, go. Oh, they have to act up everywhere. This is the plastic that I'm using, and it's in a pull-off roll. It's by Film Guard. Again, it's 6 mil polyethylene sheeting. It's just plastic sheeting. Although they are not sponsoring me, I will put a link to this in Amazon on my affiliate links below the description in this video. Girls, go. In case anybody's looking for some, and you've got that you can afford to wait for it to be delivered rather than running out to your local hardware to get some. So today I'm just going to continue working to finish cleaning up my porch. I've got a refrigerator here also. It was my second refrigerator that was in the house, and we put it out here a few months ago. I've got somebody this week that's supposed to be taking care of getting rid of that. I'm gonna get a lot of this stuff off of this porch, and I've got a long carpet that goes back on the porch that will go down there, and I'm gonna get this as ready as I can so I can actually start using it again. And it's comfortable. It's very comfortable actually during the summertime. We've got 2 ceiling fans overhead. Girls, go. No. Lily. And like I said, the whole thing is screened in, so the plastic comes down for the summer. And I will sit out here and deal with snapping my green beans or shelling beans, anything garden related where I can sit down and work with those vegetables. They come here before they go in the house. let me see what I can get done to finish this porch, and it will be another project checked off of the to-do list. I'm just using a staple gun to staple this plastic up. I got everything off of the counter that I don't want there, either put away or thrown away. Now I've just got to clean it because it is super nasty. I do a lot of outdoor cooking in the summertime out here. I have a countertop stove, electric, that I put out here. I've also done some canning out here, water bath canning. I've got under the counter there is it's a propane cooker that I put my water bath canner on. So this countertop is very convenient for me in the summer. I also during the summer bring my dehydrator out here, and I put that on the counter as well, especially if I'm dehydrating onions or peppers. We'll get this countertop cleaned up, although it does have to be cleaned quite often because dust and debris, just because it is outdoors, even though it is screened in. Oh, and the pollen in the spring, the pollen is horrible. And I will probably wait until after the pollen has settled before I take all this plastic down, because this porch gets coated in pollen so bad it's hard to even want to come out here. And you can clean it, and within an hour it's covered again. Everything is covered. I have to, girls, I have to come out here with a vacuum. I use a shop vac and clean everything, including the bricks. The bricks get colored yellow from the pollen. But having it organized is a step closer to being able to use it both wintertime and summertime. And this porch gets used a lot during garden season. Nice and clean. This countertop, besides holding cooking items, it's occasionally known to have plants on it as well. And in the summertime, this whole porch is filled with hanging baskets and house plants. I take all of my house plants out for the summer. I bring them out in the spring, and this whole place is full of beautiful hanging baskets. That makes being out here joyful when you have your beautiful hanging baskets. I've got several long pothos, philodendrons, ivies, different hanging baskets and house plants, and they do really well out here on this porch because it's shaded enough with the roof over it and screened in, and it's set back enough. It gets just the perfect sun for house plants. Not too bright, not too dark. It's perfect, and they thrive out here. We're having the perfect weather for me to be doing this. We hit 70 yesterday, and I think we are 69, 70 today. The whole past week, or at least the last 4 days, have been in the high 60s, 68, 69, and up to 70. So it has been a beautiful time to be doing this. It was chilly this morning. I started out with a sweater on, and now it's heating up quite a bit out here, so I had to come out of that sweater. Clean that door. Well, I'm going to call this job done with one exception. I do have, I mentioned it earlier, a long rug that will go over there on the porch from the freezer all the way back to the wall there. I just can't get that rug up here by myself, so I'm going to have to wait on some help when my husband comes home. I'll get him to help me get it up here. I took it off the porch to pressure wash it, and I did not get it pressure washed, but it'll be okay for now. I can vacuum it and I'll pressure wash it this spring. And my rocking chair, I need to take off the porch and hose it down with some soap and water, but that's not going to happen today. I still have the fridge that somebody is going to help us get it off the porch and get it hauled away this week, is what I've been promised. So I've got my counters clean. I could not get in that back corner there, so I'll have to get my husband to do it. I didn't feel stable enough reaching that far over on the ladder, but it is clean enough for me to use. And of course, this is the dog's bed over here. And in the spring, I've got a couple of chairs that will come from in the house, but I don't like those out here in the winter. They get there's moisture in the air and they get too dirty, and I don't want to have to clean them or potentially have them get messed up out here. So those chairs will come out. Girls, come on now. Come on now. Hey, come here. Hush. I don't want to potentially mess those chairs up. And because it is heating up quite a lot, I went ahead and turned on my ceiling fans. The dogs are liking their bed. But I am very happy to have this porch cleaned up. And it's in part, it's in part for winter and for spring. Here is the other end. I'm happy with it. And when the weather warms and I can pull the plastic down and it's gardening time, I can come out here on the porch and sit on my swing, have lunch, watch the chickens, watch the goats, watch the birds, and maybe watch the garden grow. This is one of my favorite spots to be in the summer. This really is a great place for me and my husband to come out. We do a little cooking out on the porch. We have our lunch on the porch. We've had family gatherings on the porch. I have lots of space here to do outdoor cooking. It's a great place for my plants. I can't wait to bring my house plants back out here for the spring and the summer. They thrive out here, and it's a great place for us to enjoy the outdoors with the screened porch and not have to deal with the mosquitoes. That's one more project off of my bucket list of things that have to be done around here, and I'm glad I got it done. That's going to conclude this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you like my content. If you do, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe, hit the like button, and the notification bell so that when I upload more videos, you'll know that they're there. Thank you for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.